If you're a parent like me, you know that teaching your kid about financial responsibility can be a huge undertaking and it can even be scary. I have actually started using a little known feature on the iPhone to teach my kids about financial freedom with giving me insight into everything they do and total control over their money should I need it. I'm Jason Cipriani with ZDNet, and in this how-to video, I'm going to show you how to set up and use Apple Cash Family. So there's a few requirements you'll need to check out before you can set up this feature. The first thing is, of course, you as well as any of your kids will have to have an iPhone or an Apple Watch, something that has Apple Pay built into it. Unfortunately, the iPad doesn't qualify, but that makes sense. You're not going to carry around an iPad and use it at payment terminals and contactless payment kiosks, wherever you go. That'd just be silly. So as long as everyone has a compatible device, you'll need to set up Apple Family Sharing. And there's a lot of benefits here to this program, but the biggest one here is that you get to share your app purchases, your subscriptions, any of your iCloud storage. It creates a calendar for your family to stay on task with each other and keep up with what everyone else is doing. There's a lot of benefits here. Setting up Apple Family Sharing is actually pretty easy. You need to decide who in your family is going to be the organizer. And don't worry, you can invite your partner or spouse to be another adult in the Apple Family Sharing group, and it'll also give them control over various tasks that an organizer or adult in the group can do. So in order to set up Apple Family Sharing, what you need to do is open the Settings app on your phone, tap on your name at the top of the screen, and then select the option labeled Family Sharing. If you haven't set it up yet, you'll be walked through the process. You'll send invites to everyone within your group. Make sure you know their Apple ID before you send it out. So with Apple Family Sharing set up, you're ready to set up Apple Cash Family. What you'll need to do is open the Settings app, tap on your name again, select Family Sharing, and then scroll down until you see Apple Cash. Tap on that, and you'll have to take a few extra steps. You may have to verify your identity once again in order to create the cards for your children. Basically, what this does is it creates a digital debit card, more or less, on your child's iPhone or Apple Watch that they can then use at a contactless payment kiosk to purchase things. And instead of linking that to a bank account, you actually can put money in their Apple Cash account directly through iMessage, as well as anyone else that they know can put that money into their account. So after you've followed the steps in the Apple Cash settings, invited all of your children in order to take part in the program, you may see a pending message next to their name. If that's the case, double check that they have two-factor authentication turned on for their Apple ID. It's something you should do anyways, but this is an extra step in securing the device as well as their account should their passwords ever leak or a breach happen. Once their cards are up and going, you can add money to their account at any time by using iMessage and Apple Pay. If you've ever sent money to a friend to pay them back for dinner or buy someone a cup of coffee, you're already a professional at using Apple Pay to replenish your kids' Apple Cash account. So once they have their money in their account, like I said, they can go and make payments whenever they want using their phone or Apple Watch. But here's the cool part. If you go back into the settings that I just walked you through, and settings, tap on your name, family sharing, Apple Cash, there's also a quicker way of getting there, and that is on your iPhone opening the Wallet app, selecting your Apple Cash card, tapping on the three dots in the top right corner, scrolling down to your children's name, you'll be able to control not only who they can send money to, but you can look at all of their transactions. You can enable or disable alerts every time they make a purchase so you know where that purchase was made and how much money they spent. And you can lock down the card so they can't use it at all. To be clear, it doesn't remove the card from their account. It just makes it impossible to use. So if they've spent a little too much in a week and gone over their budget, lock that card down. I absolutely love this feature, and it's a huge part of what we're going to do going forward with our kids. This is how we deliver allowance now. We allow them to make purchases whenever they want, unless they're getting a little out of hand, like I mentioned before. There's a couple things I wish Apple would add to this, just as a quick side note, and that is only the organizer gets alerts of any purchases. And even though you can lock down who they can send money to, you can't prevent who can send them money. So in our case, an overeager grandparent recently sent them money just to test it, and it went through. And there's no way for me to stop that from happening again. So the kids don't mind, of course. We'll see how often it happens going forward. Once again, I'm Jason Cipriani with ZDNet. Thanks for watching this how-to. If you have any questions or ideas, please feel free to leave them in the comment section below. Make sure to check out more of our work at zdnet.com.